Alright, so I just want to talk about this real quick just because I made videos on Sneako in the past, you feel me? And this video right here that I'm reacting to is called Sneako the Misunderstood Genius. And basically someone else made a video reacting to someone else's video. And I'm about to react to a little bit of that and just basically tell y'all my thoughts on Sneako in general. Like really, let's get into it, and then I'm gonna let you know what I think. You feel me?
Ridiculous of them all can be summarized very quickly, even though it went on forever. Hamza, a well-liked self-improvement YouTuber who dedicates
I
his
made a
platform to
video about
focusing on
this.
bettering your mind and
Hamza
body,
coming
Sneako
at
reacts to one of his
Sneako.
videos.
I don't want to watch this, bro. Deadass. Hamza's a cool guy. I don't want to watch this. Bro, I think you're all a little gay for liking this. It's too self-helpy, bro. It's too self-helpy.
Or a man who can be perceived as a threat.
Then he proceeds to react to Hamza's video, making a cringing face, insinuating how boring it is, even though Sneako himself made basically the same exact video just 2 years earlier.
My shit is I'm just trying to be better every single day, and that's
Of course he did, and it's funny because Hamza and Sneako, they really make the very similar content. Like their content is very much almost the same. They're almost the same people, honestly, if you think about it. Like Sneako, his main goal is what? Comedy is the truth, funny is the truth, whatever that nonsense means. And his whole channel is about basically both of them do the same shit. They really just chasing a bag, honestly. They found a lane that works for them, which for Hamza is self-improvement. For Sneako, it's showing you the truth. Everything Sneako says and does is mad vague for the most part, and then he tries to clarify it, which once again, when he tries to clarify it, makes it doesn't even make any sense for real. I just think son is really lost. But he'll he'll validate whatever he says by the fact that he has 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is really the only thing I think that's driving him at this point. Like the fact that he has clout is the only thing that he can use to validate everything that he says for the most part. Um, which is also like I feel like that in itself is like a fallacy, or like is not is not a good way to validate how you feel or your thoughts about certain topics or the topics that he be talking about. But he still does it anyway. You feel me? I think is a is a bad way to validate your opinions. You feel me? And that's what it is at the end of the day, is his subjective opinions. People are lost in the matrix, blah blah blah, this and that. Very subjective, very vague too at the end of the day. Like, what is the matrix? Is it a 9 to 5 job? Because he be talking about the 9 to 5 job or whatever. People do what they gotta do to survive, you feel me? If there was no 9 to 5 jobs and everyone was doing YouTube, there would be no one making money because there would be no viewers, you feel me? And people have done said this. If there's no one watching your videos, you feel me? How you gonna make money off YouTube? At the end of the day, if those people are slaves to companies, then that makes you a slave to YouTube, because YouTube is your boss. YouTube is your company. You have to put the same amount of time. Like, you probably don't put in 9 to 5 hours, but you stream and you put in like 2, 3, 4 hours a day, maybe. or or you have to think constantly about what video you're gonna make next. And in a way, you're constantly working the same way a 9 to 5 person would. At least a 9 to 5, after they clock out, at least most jobs, not all jobs, you don't even gotta think about work no more for the rest of the day. I mean, until the next day. So, and then Saturdays and Sundays, it's not like you're thinking about work. Whereas YouTubers, some of y'all might be thinking about making videos on the weekends or every other day, literally streaming every other day. YouTube is your boss, and your matrix is YouTube, quite literally, or the internet, which might be worse because it's not real life. You feel me? Whereas at least 9 to 5 is somewhat real life. You feel me? Is more towards real life because a majority of people are in that realm. You feel me? If a majority of people were YouTubers, then you could say like YouTube is what you do is real life. But in a way, YouTube is the matrix. And honestly, I think he's misleading people, like a lot of people have told him already. But That's what it is. That's really what it is. And I remember seeing this picture that I always think about when I was in middle school. This is a long time ago. And it was a picture of heaven and hell, and it showed multitudes of people walking into hell and only a few people walking into heaven. And basically the gist of the image was that the masses or most people will go towards one direction and it'll be the wrong direction. You feel me? A few people go towards heaven, go towards the light, go towards, you know, the righteous path, and more people um just follow the flock into hell. And you could look at that multiple different ways, but honestly, you just gotta. It's based on your perspective, what you think. You feel me? If you think Sneako's right, then that means you're going in the right path to the light. If you think Sneako's wrong, then you're probably being led along with him at the front, honestly. Just like with Hamza with self-improvement. If you think self-improvement is everything and that's what life is mostly about, then you're following behind Hamza and his little cult. You feel me? Honestly, me personally, my philosophy, I don't think you should have idols. I don't think you should listen to these people. Most of all, don't listen to people you don't know on the internet. You feel me? Like that's like basic knowledge. That's like shit that you be learning like elementary school. You feel me? Like Sneako and Hamza and all of these YouTube gurus and whatever, all of them are basically fucking men in black vans trying to pick up little children, and the little children in this analogy are the viewers. Yeah, because once they get yeah and they get your minds, that's how they get into your pockets, but not realistically. They don't get into your pockets realistically because they're not actually getting money out of your pockets unless you sending them money. But they're getting it on YouTube. You feel me? And the more you like and help them out, the more clout and the more money they can get. And that's really what it's all about for Sneako. That's why he does the streaming shit, because the more he streams, he's getting way more money than he ever did with his actual videos that actually made people introspective. These videos that he's making now with the streaming, they're actually, I call it popcorn content because it's popcorn. You feel me? He microwaves it and he just lets it out. Literally what my reaction videos are too. And it's frying your brains for real. For real. He might say that social media and TikTok and all of this and the government and blah 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 is frying your brains. But even if they are, he's frying your brain too. You feel me? He's literally just a snake oil salesman. And that's what most of these niggas are, because they really don't, they're flip-floppy, bro. He's very much like, even his thoughts, they seem solid at first, but they're not based on it. Bro hasn't really experienced a lot of life from what I've seen, or at least he thinks he has, and it just doesn't seem like it. Like when I listen to him, it's just not clicking for me. Like he's it, what he's experienced and then how he talks, just they don't match up. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
That's consisted of me quitting weed. Quitting is like a loose term because I haven't regularly smoked.
But you feel me? Oh, my mindset, the only thing I can think is that most of the people who watch his channel now, the streams and stuff, because I can't make that shit. You feel me? And when I see a stream, I'm not clicking on it. I'll watch YouTube videos because I know how long it's gonna be. I'm not sitting down and watching a stream for an hour long, nigga. I cannot watch vlogs, bro. I if I'm watching a movie, at least I know the length of it. These niggas be streaming for hours and 30 minutes. I'm not watching that shit, bro. These are kids who have all the time in the world to watch a video, bro. I'm focused on what I gotta do. And chances are, if you watching him and you believe in the shit that he says, you don't believe what he says because you're doing quite the opposite of what he wants you to do. Of course he wants you to watch him. That's really his main goal. He know you're not really doing shit. That's what it is too. That's how he's manipulating and breaking niggas down. Cause now you're watching him every day because you think he's helping take you out of the matrix, but you're really just stuck sitting watching him. You're not really making no progress on what you actually got to do in your goals in life. And he's just gonna keep recycling the microwave popcorn, which is what Hamza was doing with his self-improvement. You feel me? He just keeps making the same repetitive content over and over and over and over again. You keep watching it and you stuck in the cycle. And now you just helping putting money in these niggas' pockets. You feel me? Instead of putting money in your own pocket. Crazy. It's really crazy. But that's what these niggas do, you feel me? And they fake like they're adding value to society, but it's really not value, because if you sat down for a second and just sat in silence for a second and ask yourself, what should I do to improve my life? You could literally Google it. Google is at people's fingertips with almost all the answers in the world, and niggas don't use it. They rather listen to these niggas who haven't even done barely any research, but think they know everything in life. You know what I mean? But let's give Hamza the reasonable. I assume Hamza does research when he makes a lot of his self-improvement videos. But as for Sneako, I think this nigga is just based off of what he thinks, you feel me? Which is like, it's not a terrible thing, but in the case of what he preaches, I don't agree with it personally. I agree with some stuff he says, but other stuff. And that's the thing about these YouTubers. You gotta really pick and choose, you feel me, the shit that they say, because a lot of shit they say don't make sense. But for someone who's 16, 15, 14, 17 even, 18 even, you gonna listen to this shit and think, oh, he's the smartest person, or he got this shit figured out. Oh, I was thinking the same thing, blah, blah, blah. Knowing you, when you get to my age, or you get a little bit older, or you at least go through college, and you could at least formulate, even people in college can't even formulate their own thoughts. But that's what it really is. That's what it boils down to, I think, too. A lot of these people who watch these YouTubers can't formulate their own thoughts for themselves, and that's why they're sucked into this nonsense. You feel me? Or they just find it entertaining. If that's you, then keep doing what you're doing. You feel me? If you just find it entertaining, I agree with you. Some of this shit is entertaining, but just realize that this shit is not good for you.
In like a month and a week, so it's been like 5 weeks now. But I cheated maybe one time in Paris.
And there's no value in it. Like I said,
Hamza made a video responding to Sneako where he was blindsided, thought him and Sneako were cool, and that he was disappointed. But in this beef, I found
most YouTube videos do not have a lot of value. You feel me? Unless you actually learning a skill that'll help you be successful, then most of these shits is not, you feel me? It's not adding very much value to your life other than entertainment. And that's what a lot of people come on YouTube for. But if you really believe these niggas is gonna help you get out of the matrix or do something with your life, you're mistaken.
Found a clip that was very interesting.
I'm not your role model. I'm not your friend. I don't know you. Don't try to be like me. This is entertainment.
So just when you think it's going to spiral out of control, the self-aware Sneako pops up and basically hits us with the "I'm just joking." I started to think about other popular creators: Aiden Ross, iShowSpeed, Hasanabi, H3H3, Jadeon. The thing they
please remember, at the end of the day, it's all just entertainment. They're just trying to get their bread up. You feel me? That's the most important thing to most niggas in this world. You feel me? At the end of the day, most niggas is trying to get their bread up, and the bread is very important. You feel me? Bread can do a lot of things. It offers comfort. It offers security. It offers vacations. It offers everything. You feel me? So bread is important, and niggas just trying to get their bread up. And you realize how important it is the older you get. At a certain point, it becomes like, is whatever, because you might have enough. Or you get to a point in life where you realize it's not as important to you. Unless you have none, then it's really, really important. But
they all have in common is that they're almost always in controversy. Whether it's intentional or not, they always have people talking about them, doing commentary videos, trying to cancel them.
Which is what they want. That's what they need. They always need the controversy. If there's no controversy, you're not getting views on YouTube. And if you're not getting views on YouTube, you're not getting money. It all stems back to the same thing. It's all about money. YouTube is money. YouTube is entertainment. All these YouTubers want money. You feel me? They fake like they adding value. They fake like they're telling you something important that you need to know. You feel me? All the shit they say is just cap. It's all false for the most part. Maybe they'll sprinkle in a little truth here and there. But you feel me? It's all just cap. Everything you hear on the internet, everything everything most of these YouTubers say, unless they're actually giving you real knowledge, real value, like, you know, some IT shit or jobs or something like that. Most of these niggas is not helping most of y'all, because most of y'all is not becoming YouTubers, and most of y'all is not creating content that's entertaining for niggas to watch, and most of y'all is not getting views like that. Of course, there's gonna be a select few who get on, but most niggas are not getting on. Most niggas done. You done up, you feel me? So these niggas is not helping you, bro. They is not helping you. It's more destroying your mind than it is helping you. And you feel me? I feel like a majority of people are calling these niggas geniuses. They're not geniuses, bro. They're just regular people who got on and now they about their money. If someone gets on and doesn't capitalize on it, that would just be stupid. You feel me? He built an audience. He built 1 million subscribers. How could you not capitalize it? I show Speed. Look at him. He built a huge fan base. Why would he not capitalize on it? You feel me? He had to do the stupid shit to get on. You feel me? And then that's what a lot of niggas do. They do stupid shit. Or they look at Boonk Gang. Stupid shit got him on. You feel me? You feel me? That's the thing about it. Ignorance sells. And the more you scream and shout, and that's what Sneako's doing now. You feel me? All that screaming and shouting instead of doing introspective content. Screaming and shouting like I Show Speed. Basically, damn near the same people. Sneako just the Asian version of I Show Speed, honestly. A little bit older, and that's about it. But they close to damn near the same people. You feel me? A lot of these YouTubers are the same people, because you got to do extravagant wild shit to get your views up, to create controversy. These niggas they all think the same, bro. Just like they think everyone outside of YouTube thinks the same, and they think all these people are stuck in the matrix, and all these people are dumb and work 9 to 5s. And that's what entertainers think too. And it's because they built this fan base, they built the subscribers, they disassociate with regular people, and they forget what they've been through. Although, no, they don't forget what they've been through. They know what they've been through. But because they're on now, they're like, oh, anyone could do this. You feel me? Or you could get on too, because I used to do that job and now I'm on. So you could do it too. Which is true, but it's not at the same time, because not everyone is going to get on. You feel me? But they're going to fake in front, and they're going to say to your face how many times, like, you could do it. Yeah, you can. But you're going to have to be just like them. You know what I mean? Or close. You're going to have to make some entertaining content. If you can't make entertaining content, then you're not going to get on. As simple as that. If you can't, you feel me? They don't understand. Like, you actually have to entertain on this shit. You actually have to sell a part of yourself to get on this shit. It's not just, feel me? But I'm talking too long. This video is getting too long, and I want to get off of this. So I'm not even gonna watch the rest of this video. I was watching some of it, but I'm stopping right here because I really don't want to. I really didn't even want to talk about Sneako for this long, because I really didn't even want to make this video, but I felt like I should, because I've reacted to a lot of his shit in the past. I'm probably not gonna make a video about him again, or for the time being. It's probably gonna be a little while if I do ever make a video about Sneako again. But I mean, just realize this shit is entertainment, bro. Like, he's when he does this shit, is for the money. You feel me? Even though some of the shit he say he might really believe, at the end of the day, he's doing it for controversy and money, and that's really it. And for YouTube, you feel me? And to entertain his audience. You feel me? Even though he thinks he's not entertaining, or he's doing the opposite of what they want, he's doing exactly what his audience wants. Exactly what he's doing is exactly what they want. You feel me?